another fight I want to talk to you about is the biggest financial success in boxing history, Pacquiao Mayweather. Talk to me about covering that fight.
Well, you could write a book about that, and I actually thought about it, because but that's a book I'd probably have to write that book after I'm not broadcasting boxing anymore, which hopefully I have a couple more years left doing. But yeah, it was interesting because it was HBO and Showtime merging to do that fight, right? And that had happened once before when Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson fought, where they merged Showtime and HBO. Now, when the first fight happened, HBO was more the lead guy on that. But when this one happened, it was more Showtime as the lead broadcaster. Really? So we had to get past all the logistics and of all that stuff, which was intriguing at best. And it's kind of like, a détente between two nuclear powers. And we got past that. Pretty okay. And here was this fight with, the people that waited for forever. And it was, highly anticipated. It didn't turn out to be the greatest fight of all time. It wasn't probably as bad as some people say when you look back on it, but it wasn't a great fight. And we also know now that Pacquiao's undisclosed injury may have added to that. But it was a historic event to be part of for a variety of reasons, because of the TV thing, and then just because it was a fight that people had wanted forever. So sometimes when you're just a part of that, it kind of, it's a unique experience.
Yeah, I think that fight happened 4 to 5 years too late.
Yeah, probably.
Not that there were, complete shot out of their prime, but they definitely were better 4 or 5 years before.
Oh yeah, even 3 years ago, they would have been better. Yeah,
totally agree. My question to you is, had that fight happened 3, 4, or 5 years before, would the result have been different in your opinion?
I think it would have been much more. I think having it earlier, it seems. I always thought when they were in that earlier period, I always thought that the volume punching of Pacquiao was going to be a little bit of a problem for Mayweather, because Mayweather, a lot of times you could steal rounds from Mayweather if you had volume punching. And I always thought that was one of the things that Pacquiao could use to be helpful. By the time we got that fight, he wasn't that fighter anymore. Now, that doesn't mean he would have beaten Mayweather in the previous incarnation, because Mayweather is Mayweather, and he's very adept at making volume punchers into non-volume punchers. But the guys that were able to do it, like Castillo when he fought him, and Maidana, they were effective against Floyd Mayweather. And you can make a case in the first Castillo fight that he won against Mayweather, and you can make a case in the first Maidana fight. I thought that one should have been a draw, but I don't know if you make a case for a win by Maidana, but maybe, and certainly a draw. So it was, I thought Pacquiao would have benefited from that, but would he have beaten Mayweather? I don't know.
Yeah. I agree that the fight would have definitely been different. Now, if he would have got the win, I'm not sure, but
it felt like a different fight.
Yeah, because we seen Mayweather hurt. Really, he was dropped by Zab Judah, if we really want to take it there. Who's a southpaw, a fast southpaw. Chop Corley hurt him real bad at one point, and who's a southpaw. So I'm not saying he had trouble with southpaw. The guy's undefeated, but it definitely was it definitely was something to look at, I feel.
Oh yeah, no question.